Week 15, Browns vs. Bengals. Cleveland brought the noise. This is SportsCenter. Welcome to your Cleveland Browns weekly recap. The Browns are charging full steam ahead with a hard-fought 21-14 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 15, keeping their sights locked on that playoff top seed. The Game magazine puts this week's Browns star on the cover, with the matchup, the numbers, and the cleats behind the performance. Your Week 15 issue is here. Shedeur Sanders was the star of the show, throwing for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns without an interception, showing why he's a rising force in the league. Wide receivers Travis Hunter, Hugh McKee, and Victor Harrison all made key contributions, with Harrison hauling in a touchdown catch to seal the deal. Defensively, Bill Rose made a game-changing interception that stifled Cincinnati's offense late. It was a balanced team effort that underscored Cleveland's dominance on both sides of the ball. What was the key to your success against the Bengals today?
Hey Angie, we executed our game plan well and stayed focused on our assignments. The defense stepped up big, and we made plays when it mattered.
How do you feel about the team's momentum heading into the next game?
Yeah, Angie, we're right, and building confidence with each win and staying consistent is our goal. We're right, and ready to keep this momentum going.
Jenny here with your Week 15 MVP race countdown from 5 to 1. At number 5, Dorian Gates for the New York Jets, 3,741 yards and 27 touchdowns. At number 4, Darren Pearman for the Los Angeles Rams, 3,427 yards and 26 touchdowns. At number 3, Markel Clifton for the Denver Broncos, 3,748 yards and 34 touchdowns. At number 2, Jackson Dart for the New York Giants, 4,253 yards and 35 touchdowns. And at number 1, Shedeur Sanders for the Cleveland Browns, 4,009 yards, 48 touchdowns, 11 picks, 286.4 a game. Your leader right now is Shedeur Sanders for the Cleveland Browns. That is your Week 15 MVP race countdown. I'm Jenny. Cleveland fans are celebrating, but this 21-14 win felt more like the Bengals tripping over themselves than the Browns truly taking control for 4 quarters.
No, this was Cleveland dictating everything, with Shedeur Sanders calmly carving up Cincinnati for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns while the defense, led by Bill Rose's pick, slammed the door.
If they were really in command, Mike Hawkins wouldn't be stuck at 45 empty yards and the offense wouldn't keep stalling, leaving this game one bad bounce from flipping late, just like I warned in Week 15 against Cincinnati.
Hawkins didn't need to be a star when Sanders was that efficient and Rose was flipping the field, because this was about situational execution and the Browns won every big moment that actually mattered. Coach, Shedeur Sanders delivered. Shedeur Sanders, 16/25, 215 yards, 2 touchdown in Bengals 14, Browns 21. Show us how run game angles created that production.
Shedeur Sanders read the leverage before the snap. We changed the formation, forced the defense to declare, and used run game angles to put him in the matchup the game film supported.
Bill Rose added. Bill Rose, 1 interception. What specifically changes for the next game against the next opponent?
Against the next opponent, play action constraint is the counter. We will protect the favorable matchup, disguise the first tendency, and make our next call from their personnel. Not repeat last week's answer.
On the injury front, Tom Wright is expected to miss at least 1 week due to an injury sustained in this game. Meanwhile, the Browns secured extensions for key players including Tyler Hernandez, Cliff Kershaw, and JT Tuimoloau, reinforcing the core of this championship-caliber team. Rookie Manuel Aguilar continues to make strides, holding a starting role at the Mike linebacker spot. Coming up on the Ian RAPOPORT report, the roster decisions, injury movement, and matchup pressure shaping Cleveland's next game against the next opponent. Cleveland remains perched atop the AFC North with an impressive 13-1 record, well ahead of the Ravens and Bengals, who both sit at 6-8. The Browns are not just leading the division but are also the number 1 seed in the conference, carrying serious playoff seeding pressure as they eye a deep postseason run. Welcome back to the Cleveland Studio Network. As we head into Week 15, the Cleveland Browns are sitting strong at the top of the AFC with a 13-1 record, clinching their playoff spot but still fighting for home field advantage. The pressure is on as the Indianapolis Colts are right on their heels at 11-3, making this playoff race intensely competitive. Stay tuned as these stakes get even higher. Highlight reels are full of Shedeur Sanders' precise touchdown passes and Victor Harrison's electrifying end-zone reception. Don't forget the defensive stand by Bill Rose, whose interception turned the tide and kept the Bengals at bay. And Reed McMullen's relentless sack brought added pressure that Cleveland's defense thrives on. Next week, the Browns face the Tennessee Titans, a team struggling with a 4-10 record but boasting a strong defense led by cornerback Corey Wakefield. Cleveland will look to maintain their dominant winning streak and continue to put playoff seeding pressure on the rest of the AFC. Keep an eye on the health of Tom Wright as he recovers, and watch for Shedeur Sanders to keep delivering big plays against a tough Tennessee secondary. Another thing to watch next week is whether Mike Hawkins bounces back after a quieter outing. Looking ahead, the Browns get Tennessee Titans next. Tennessee Titans comes in ranked 30 in the current power picture with a 4-1-0 record. The scouting board shows them at 21 in total offense, 8 in total defense, pass offense 16, rush offense 21, pass defense 11, rush defense 15. On the ratings side they check in at 90 overall. What to watch for? Corey Wakefield anchoring the defense as a cornerback at 92 overall. That is the assignment heading into kickoff, and those are the names Cleveland has to answer. That's a strong Browns finish, and Marcus and Scott nailed the big picture. Jenny, I hear you, but Cleveland got the win and Shedeur Sanders kept stacking solid moments. We'll see you next week with more Browns momentum and another